everyone. Welcome to this episode of Chiquis and Chill. I'm very excited because this is a new day, a new episode. I'm excited to have you here. Así que bienvenidos a todos. And this is going to be an episode for the ladies, okay? A little disclaimer. We're going to be talking about some adult things, adult themes and conversations. So this is intended just for adults, okay? Now, with that being said, we are going to have an intimate conversation about lady parts, and we might even get into orgasms. And we have the perfect guest to talk about all of these things with, and his name is Michael Reed, Dr. Michael Reed, and he's a gynecologist, a cosmetic gynecologist, and he has over 24 years of experience. So let's do it. What's up, Dr. Reed? Hey, a round of applause, please. Woo! I haven't had a guest in here for a while, so I'm really excited.
I'm excited.
So I have a lot of questions.
Here. Oh. Let's go.
So I hope you can answer them all.
I'm going to try my best for you.
And he brought a lot of fun stuff, as you guys can see. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so what made you get into, cosmetic gynecologist? Well, we'll get into what it is, but what made you start this career?
There was like two things going on in my life at that time. So one, like from a personal standpoint, I had just remarried a beautiful woman. We just had our first child. And I was like 300 and something pounds. I wouldn't be able to fit in this chair, right?
Okay.
And so I got surgery and got smaller. And with getting smaller and body changes, I felt a little bit more confident. But I had heard about testosterone can help you with making you feel stronger, better, and more vibrant, and all the good stuff. So obviously I had to try that. And then I'm doing all this, right, and fixing myself. And then I was looking in the mirror one day and I saw these lone hosts of skin, right? And so I went to Beverly Hills and got that all taken care of. And I felt really good. Yeah. But as you know, I'm an OBGYN and I care for women on a daily basis. I've been doing it for 24 years.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Okay.
And then I go, wait a minute. All my patients, I'm caring for them. I got all this wonderful stuff and I can't give it to my patients. And I really had this aha moment where things are missing for women. The leveling field isn't the same. And that's when I said, there's got to be a way to change and fix this. Because I've always been an advocate for women because I'm an OBGYN.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I got training and did that aspect of things, and here we are now trying to change the landscape for women when it comes to sexual health, education, kind of having my own experience and then being able to provide that for my patients. So I kind of lived what it is that I'm doing now. And so we're passionate about it.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you, it seems like you're passionate about helping women and making sure we feel their absolute best.
Absolutely. Isn't that what we all want?
At the end of the day, yes. I learned that I want to feel good. Yes, look good. Yeah. But more than anything, I want to feel good. There's a difference,
Absolutely.
So, so what is cosmetic gynecologist? Like, what is it that you do?
So a cosmetic gynecologist is a term to get you to say, hey, wait a minute, cosmetic, what is that? And it does just that. And what we do we're warriors for the modern day woman. And what we do, we're able to help women with the ability to thrive, whether that be problems with urinary incontinence, whether that be problems with intimacy, having pain with intercourse, whether it's, I've had 3 beautiful children, and things have changed, not only how it looks, but also how it feels. And a lot of times when you go to your regular gynecologist, these things aren't addressed nor talked about. Kind of, right? So that's where we fit in. So we're warriors for the modern day woman who is saying, I'm not going to sit back and just let things be the way they are. I want more out of life, and I need my concerns addressed. And here we are, warriors for women, cosmetic gynecology.
So it's to make it look and feel better. We're talking about the vulva.
The vulva, yes.
Okay. Because see, I just learned this, guys, not so long ago. Because my OBGYN didn't, explain it, but it's called the vulva.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's vulva and vagina. Can you explain to us?
Yeah, sure. So this is the vulva. Everything that I'm covering here is the vulva.
Yes.
And then inside here is the vagina.
I didn't know that.
The vulva is made up of the clitoris and clitoral hood, labia minora and labia majora. And then there's also the perineum, which isn't really showing here.
Yeah.
But that's the space between the anus and the vagina. And all of this makes
the
up the vulva. Yeah.
That's what we call it, the niesne, which is, it's not the booty hole. It's not okay, that's a whole other conversation, you guys. But there's a lot of pleasure in that one. Anyways, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, so what are some procedures that you perform to make it look and feel better?
So if we looked at the vulva, right, we can change things on the outside as well as things on the inside. So one of the more common is the labia minoroplasty, the smaller lips. Sometimes it makes it difficult for like hygiene, keeping clean. Sometimes just riding bikes. Sometimes having to rearrange just prior to intercourse, or things getting pulled in with intercourse.
Right.
And so women will ask for this to be modified such that it provides improved function, but it also creates the look that she desires. There's no one particular look. Right.
Yeah.
So it's her look that she wants, and to also gain function out of it too.
Okay, so because they do change the lips, I guess what's the correct term?
Labia minor.
The labia minor. Okay.
Yeah.
So, because they do change with time, with age, with having children, because I've heard friends say, okay, I had my child vaginally and it didn't change. It's fine. It goes right back to normal.
That's true.
Is that true? Okay.
Right, yeah. Everything is different. It's different for everybody, right? Some women will have 3 babies and snap back.
Yeah.
Some women will have 1 baby and that's it.
All of them are different.
Everybody's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you say that you make them look different, do you is there cut? Do you remove?
We actually use a radio frequency cutting device where you're actually to trim things.
Okay.
We can also modify the clitoral hood to where it's a little bit more sleek and out of the way. Another one is the fit 40 and 50-year-olds, I say. They're working out, gravity gets, and then the labia majora kind of hang down. So they're tight everywhere else, muscles everywhere else, but this is a little soft.
Then it's a little soft, okay.
And so they want that to be tightened. So you can kind of do like a facelift to the vulva, and now she's looks and feels the way that she feels,
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Okay.
I really, you know what you're doing in the world is, you know what? You're doing the Lord's work. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Because I was like, okay, and I'm sure that's a little painful, right? Like when, how is the recovery?
Recovery is really not that bad if you're under the right hands, right? And so with the different technologies that we have, the cutting device that we use, we give detailed instructions. And then I also have this other stuff called CO2 Lift V.
Okay.
This is a carboxy therapy that does a whole bunch of things. So women that are having painful sex, you can take this treatment, do it at home, and for the postmenopausal woman, it can improve. I often use it as a gel, and I apply it to the surgical site, and it heals. It knocks off a week to 10 days of healing. Oh. And so recovery is not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in good hands.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now that we're kind of talking about what you, tell me a little bit about these nice little things that you brought here.
Sure. Okay, so
I know what this is.
What is this?
The Thermiva. I've done it.
Have you really?
Yes.
Why did you do it?
Because they told me that it was going to make me a little bit more lubricated, right? And it's going to make it look more plump on the outside.
Yes.
And it can make you a little bit tighter.
Damn.
Right?
Yes.
That's what she told me. And I'm going to tell you guys, I thought, oh my God, this is going to hurt. It actually felt nice.
Yeah, like a hot stone massage.
Very nice.
Right?
I love it. And then you can go have sex right after. That's what she said.
That's right. You don't have to wait.
Okay, cool. How safe is that?
Extremely safe.
Okay, great.
Right? So there's just a little heating element, and you can warm up the skin of the vulva and make it tighter. You can warm up the skin of the vagina and make it tighter.
Yes.
Sometimes women, as they age and get in menopause, they can tear sometimes on the backside. So they're having sex and they can have little tears and slits.
So that's why they have painful.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so then this can help. You can use vaginal estradiol. You can use lubrication. All of these different things.
And can you do any of the, for instance, the Thermiva, can it be preventative as well? Or is it just when you're trying to correct something?
It can be preventative, and I would say that would be more for the woman that's just had a baby and she's breastfeeding. And the vagina seems a little dry. A lot of the estrogen is reserved more for breastfeeding, right? And so it takes away from the vulva. And so this would be a great procedure to help with the tissues of the vulva so that when she does re-engage with her spouse, that it's not painful, it's not dry, and she can continue to have that closeness since they just had a baby together.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, nice. And what is this here?
Well, you know, everybody knows that's a little vibrator.
That's a vibrator. Oh,
right,
yeah,
right. The whole idea with
mine look different, that's why.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to bring the big ones.
Yeah, he's like, let me take the real cute one that fits in your purse. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But I mean, the whole vibration is great and help with blood flow. And
yeah, and that's what I was going to ask, because there are some guys out there, you know, that think that, bringing in a toy into like your relationship is not a good thing, or they feel, is that because of insecurity? Or
I think it's more so, and
right?
insecurity and just the understanding. This is just a tool to bring you guys closer together.
Yeah.
And so you are wielding the tool, so you're using the tool, or you can watch her use the tool, or use the tool yourself on her. And I mean, it could be all kinds of fun you can make out of it.
The doctor, the man here said it. Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to bring that into the bedroom, talk about it.
Yeah, why not, you guys? It's fun. Okay, your office is where?
I'm in Davis, and I'm in Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're coming down. We come down once a month for 4 or 5 days, and we see patients in Beverly Hills, right in the Golden Triangle.
Oh, okay.
And see patients there. But the majority of my work is done up north, Northern California, in Davis.
Okay.
Not far from Sacramento. That's where most patients fly in, if they do fly in Sacramento.
Awesome. Okay, what is the name of your practice?
Dr. Michael Reed.
Dr. Michael Reed.
I also go by the Cosmetic GYN.
Ooh, okay.
You like that?
I like that.
Because it's kind of descriptive.
I love it.
And we talked about what a cosmetic GYN is.
It's straight to the point. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And okay, so tell me, what else do you do in your practice like that to help women? Do you help women with menopause, for instance?
Yes, we do.
Great. Okay.
We help women with menopause. With the surgical stuff, we talked about labia majora, labia minora, clitoral hood. We talked about tightening the vagina.
Yes.
But also sometimes, even though things are functioning fine, things may look different. And so things may be a little bit more open and you want them to look a little more closed. We can take care of that.
Okay.
Another one that's really popular is anal skin tags. Have a little, from pushing, they get a hemorrhoid, and then the hemorrhoid goes away, and then there's a little tag that just doesn't want to go away.
Right.
Well, we could take care of that for you, too. So surgical standpoint. From hormonal standpoint, we help women with menopause, perimenopause. Right?
What's perimenopause?
The age range in the 40s prior to entering menopause, and the average age of menopause is 51. I should have known that.
Okay, okay, awesome. And then hormonal. Okay, for instance, is there anything that you recommend or that you do to make you more horny?
So if you're talking about libido and trying to get it going, you can do testosterone replacement.
Okay.
That's available. Another thing that's available is a medication called Addy, is a medication that you can take by mouth.
Okay.
And then over several weeks, it changes the brain chemistry to where women are more willing and more wanting to have sex or a desire. There's also Vyleesi. It's a shot, on-demand shot you can give yourself.
Okay.
And it just showers the body with dopamine, makes you horny, makes you
so you have to do that right before?
Yeah, about 45 minutes before you plan to have sex, you can do that. That makes me think about the other thing I often run into is called the muted orgasm. The orgasm changes. Women, that change. It could change because, one, the skin of the clitoral hood could be stuck because of a condition called genital urinary syndrome of menopause, where when you get into menopause, about 85% of women will experience, upwards of 80% of women will experience genital urinary syndrome of menopause, where there's extreme vaginal dryness, the labia gets smaller, the vagina gets smaller. And those are cases where you do use a dilator, or you do use vaginal estradiol, or you do use Thermiva to get things back to some function. Right?
Okay.
Then we talk about anal skin tags, perineoplasty. The other condition is lichen sclerosis, is another condition where things can be fused, which leads to a chronic itch scratch cycle where they're itching and they can't engage and be close to their
super
partner.
Dry.
Yes. And so we can really help with that disease as well. anything you want darn near to the vulva. We could put fat in there. We can put fillers in there.
You can?
We could do all of that stuff.
Okay, because I'm asking for a friend, right? For a friend. Yeah, because, things change and you lose weight and stuff.
Absolutely. That's the biggest one, especially with all the Manjaro and all those other medications, the GLP-1s.
Yes.
People are losing weight. And guess what? This is getting saggier. Skin is dangling. And they don't want that. You lost all this weight. Remember I said how the lonjas rolls?
Yeah, the lonjas.
Yes. I didn't want it no more. I got rid of it. You can do the same thing to the vulva.
Oh, okay. Right? So you can just inject and make it nice and plump and cute.
You can, whatever you decide is plump and cute.
Okay, yes, whatever, because everyone has a different idea of what they want it to look like.
Because you got to understand, they have to understand, number one, they're normal, right? I don't care who she is. She's normal.
Yeah.
But she also has the right and the bodily autonomy to change that if she chooses.
Yeah.
And that's where we come in. No judgment. Get rid of the stigma. It's about what we want to make us feel better, create more room in our minds so that we can enjoy our relationships, our friends. So we don't have to think about these things. And the way I think modern medicine is that we don't do that. We don't pay particular attention to those things.
Yeah.
And these are the things at the end of the day that keep us together and make us want to wake up each morning and interact with people and laugh and talk.
And take that, especially in our culture, in the Latin culture, it's like a lot of these things, conversations are very taboo. It's like, no, don't do anything to it. It's whatever. Even men are like, a lot of men, very macho.
And that was one of the biggest things that one of my employees wanted me to come. I think I could say her name was Aida. She wanted me to really be able to let women know that, you can focus on yourself. You can have pleasure. It's not about the man or, it could be about you. It could be about how you want things to be. It could be about how you might like the way things look and feel. Yeah. Regardless of what the partner may say. A lot of times in my practice, what I found is that a woman, brown and black, sometimes would come in wanting to be tighter. The idea that, I think it'll make some pleasure for me, right? And they do it, and then they find out that, wow, it does a great amount for me. And it did what I thought it would do for him, but I couldn't believe all the pleasure that came from doing this for me.
For myself, exactly. So Aida, shout out to you, girl. Thank you so much for bringing him in.
Yes.
She's over here. She's behind the cameras, but thank you. Thank you so much, because I think this is important. This is important for women to embrace their sexuality, to embrace change even and be okay with it.
And you got to have a place where you have a doc that really cares about you, right?
Yeah, it's important.
And wants to help you, whether it's a man or a woman. It's the doctor that's passionate about it, right?
Absolutely.
It's the one that wants to help you to be better. Yeah. That's what we are here for.
And I love that. I could feel it. I could feel the passion. Yeah. And I appreciate that, because you think, I don't know. A lot of women may feel a little insecure, or not insecure, maybe intimidated is the word, to have a male doctor. But look, someone like you who really cares and wants to better women and is an advocate for women. I appreciate it, for one. I honestly. And before I forget, because I was going to ask, do you guys have the O shot?
Yes.
The orgasm shot. So it goes in the clitoris.
Yes.
No, right?
All right. So since we're going to be doing this, we want people to know about the orgasm shot. Because one of the things, like I was telling you about, is the muted orgasm, right? Yeah. And that changes. Is not as long, or it's not as vibrant, or it takes longer to get to the next one. And so that's where we always look at your clitoris. First thing, if that's happening, you want to look at your clitoris. Make sure that you can retract the clitoral hood and look around. Sometimes there's a little bit of white cellular debris in there. You want to get that out. Yeah. Because sometimes that can end up making it stick as well. All right. So now that we've done that, the first step is we draw blood from you.
Okay.
And we draw the blood, we spin it down, and the blood has all these growth factors in there that stimulate collagen, elastin, and new blood vessel growth.
Kind of like PRP.
Exactly. Okay. That's what we're making. Platelet-rich plasma.
Yes.
Exactly. And then we're going to inject it into the clitoris. Look, here's a clitoris. All of this is clitoris, right? Oh. Everybody knows the hot pink button here.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see.
Yeah, but all of this is inside in the vagina.
Oh, so it's all part of it.
Yeah, this is all it. Yeah, this is the.
Shit, I did not know.
This is the root of the vagina.
Okay.
It's a root of the clitoris. It holds in there. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that one. But on the anterior vaginal wall, these bulbs here, vesicular bulbs, make up the G zone. Right?
Now I know what you're talking about.
This is the G spot.
Yes, so the G spot.
Women have erections, but they're on the inside. So when you're with your husband and he's got a hard on, you got one too.
I sure do. I'm like, come here, because he's young. This is why I'm asking, doctor, because he's 7 years younger than me. So I need to keep it up. So I'm glad you're here. Yeah.
So then we'll inject into the clitoris.
Okay.
We'll inject into the vesicular bulbs. So then we create more blood flow, more collagen and elastin. So that G zone gets a little bigger, and you have more blood flow. So that means everything gets a little bit more perkier and better.
I'm glad you explained that, because I never asked when they're like, oh, the O shot, whatever, the orgasm shot. Now that you told me it's PRP, it's very safe.
Yeah, it's
very
super safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your own body.
Yeah.
Putting it in a different area and then stimulating a healing cascade. We activate it.
I'm so down to do it.
We activate it, and that's what starts the whole healing cascade, which increases collagen, elastin, new blood vessel growth.
Yeah. Happy.
Well, not that quick, but it does.
But it happened. Okay, so it happens like gradually. It's not like nice. How many do you need in order to start? Like, can you do it with one, or you need like
a series of 2 is the best.
Okay, great. Okay.
Right. We get about 75% success with 2 because we stack them.
Okay.
And we do them 3 weeks apart. And then the max effect for PRP really begins at 3 months. But you'll have some, like, if we do it, we plump you'll have some filling effect right there.
Oh, nice.
So you run home to Emilio, hey, bam.
Come here. Not kidding. I know. I was like worried because I did hormone therapy for a while. And yeah, I went to this weight loss doctor, right? And that's when I found out that I had thyroid issue. So then he gave me thyroid medicine, which changed my life. And then he gave me testosterone drops that I would do this. But then I started feeling like my clitoris was changing.
Yeah, so then your dose was too much. Oh, so one of the effects is every woman is different. So you can't just do testosterone and just give the same dose on everybody the same way. So everybody responds differently. Yeah. And that's one of the things you ask every time you bring them in. And yeah, it could mushroom up a little bit, get like a blueberry a little bit. And, and if you keep doing it, it'll stay big.
Okay.
So you got that's a sign to decrease the dose.
Thought I was growing a little penis. I swear. I was like, okay, it's supposed to make you feel this and that, and you move around and you feel it because it's plump.
Yes.
And then I got scared and I was like, wait, this doesn't. I stopped doing it.
Yeah. But then you just needed a lower dose.
Okay, so I can go to your office and get all my hormones.
Oh yeah.
And you'll help me out.
It's done.
Nice. You said it.
Okay. I did right here. I said it.
He said it. He's going to help me and take care of me. Okay, because I'm like, I was thinking about that, the orgasm shot, but I was like, okay, now that I know what it is, this is why I like love asking questions, is that now it makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so for instance, the cosmetic surgery part of it, is that expensive? Is there financing, for instance?
There's financing available.
Okay.
Right. There's different financing companies. The unfortunate thing, as it stands now, it's not covered by insurance. Okay. We hope at some point it may, or at least some of the procedures may. But it's a fee for service as it stands now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So then there is, okay, great. Because I know a lot of people ask those questions and it's important to know.
And price.
The cost and the price. And I think that's, I feel for something like that, it's life-changing. So you should.
It is life-changing. And I mean, there's different levels. I mean, like buying a car.
Yeah.
Right? You can buy a Honda or you can get a Bugatti. Which one do you want?
Well, no, don't ask me because I'll be like, I'll just stick with the Honda because the Bugatti is going to the services be expensive, parts. And so don't ask me.
That is true, but it's just the outcome.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get
so
what you're saying.
there's different levels to it.
Yeah,
and so you kind of do pay for what you get.
Yeah. And so, you want good stuff. You want,
Yeah, and that I think that's important for your audience to understand is that just because they say they're a gynecologist, you want to find a cosmetic gynecologist that's been trained when you're talking about these procedures. Because we do get patients that come in that have gone somewhere else and it's, whoa, and then we have to fix it. So you
also,
want
you also do like revisions, or what is that?
Yeah, revision.
Right. Okay.
I even had this. I'm trying to find somebody who was interested in doing a reality TV show, and I would love to do that because I got some.
I have a production company.
I got.
So you know what?
Well, you never know.
That would be great. That would be great, honestly.
I mean, I have like some I'll show you afterwards.
Okay, yeah, show me afterwards. I want to see things, and I think it's very important. People, we need to know and normalize having these conversations because this is real stuff. This is real life. How do you know that you need surgery?
Okay, depends on what surgery it is that you're looking for.
Okay.
All right. So if you're looking for outside procedures, it's going to be about how you look and feel as well as function. The function would be what we talked about earlier. Labia being pulled in, having lip slips, not being aware of the lingerie that you want. Essentially gaining the freedom to do and wear what you want. If that bothers you, then you get surgery.
Yeah,
right?
or if it's kind of like in the way.
Yeah, but it has to bother you.
Yes.
Because you're normal. God made you the way you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're normal, but if it's bothering you, change it. Okay. So for inside procedures, I can tell you what women would tell me. My partner slips out. I can't grasp, coital grasp, or
like yank.
Pull him in, yeah.
Okay.
I can't pull him in when I want it, and when I see him, I can't squeeze him like I want, or I'm not feeling anything. It just doesn't feel anything. I love him; he's wonderful.
That really happens?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, okay, go ahead.
And so then they want to be tighter, and they want to be able to feel their partner like they did before having children or before exercising, working out, whatever it may have changed the pelvic floor.
Okay, so it has to first bother you.
Absolutely.
Like it's something like, for instance, I had a friend that had a baby. She had the baby vaginally. They sewed her up because she ripped, and then they didn't sew her up correctly. And she says it looks different. There's something hanging out.
So that's a hymenal front. I can take care of her. Tell her to call me.
I'm going to tell her.
I'm going to take care of it. But it's just a hymenal front. So like where the hymen was, it's torn from the delivery. And then that little hymenal frond kind of just sits out there. And then she's walking, she's rubbing, she's doing stuff. And it gets a little bigger. And then she comes sees Dr. or Dr. Reed in this case.
Dr. Reed.
And then it's gone.
Just like zip, gone.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So for women that haven't had children, but they're either jumping or around their period, especially they're laughing or they're working out and they kind of pee a little bit. Why does that happen? If you still if you haven't had children?
Age, gravity, weight loss. We can't change any of those, right?
So, okay.
Yeah. Age, gravity, weight loss, lifting weights. All of those can change.
So it is normal.
Yeah, it is normal. These are normal things.
Okay,
but you don't have to live with them. You don't have to buy diapers. You don't have to walk around with pads. Yeah, because it's not
like a lot, but I've noticed since I lost weight, now that you talked about the weight loss thing, there are times when I'm like, especially around my period, I don't know if it's what's going on in there, but like I'll work out or I'm doing jump rope, and I'm like, oh, just a little, but it's not. And I'm like, I haven't had kids. I'm like, what's wrong with it? Is it broken?
It's not broken. You just need a little help. We could do Thermiva. You could do.
That's when I started doing Thermiva.
Fractional CO2 laser. Thermiva is best for you because you haven't had any children. There's no injury. That's why she's saying you can go out and have sex the next day. Or the same day.
Yeah.
Fractional CO2 is really good with helping with laser, but it's ablative, means it causes a little injury, and it means you can't have sex for 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
But it works really well, non-invasively, to help with
like just contracting
and loss of urine. For example, I have a patient. She is like I would say 70s, and she loved to drive. She had a girlfriend that she would see that lived 2 hours away, and she had a route where she would drive for about 45 minutes, knew she needed that gas station had the clean restroom. She would go use the restroom, get back on and go. Well, then things worsen, and now she can't visit her friend anymore because she can't go that 45 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
So we started doing fractional CO2 laser treatments. And the third one, she came in and she got my wife and I this frame that talked about 10 reasons to really keep your marriage together. And she's driving and seeing her friend. And she doesn't stop at the 45-minute spot.
That.
She makes it to the spot. runs in the house and uses the restroom, but before she had to stop. But now she's going there.
That's
and
nice.
Think about what that does for her. At 75, she can see a friend. She can interact, laugh, talk, reminisce.
Absolutely.
But that was taken away because she's leaking. And the only options it stands now is to put a little pessary device in there or to do surgery. But we did non-invasive 10-minute treatment over 3 months, and she was able to do it.
That's awesome, because I know a lot of women suffer from that.
And you know what that feels really good. And I mean, it feels almost as good as when I was delivering babies, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it feels good to be a part of that.
I love that. Dr. Reed. And now that you're talking about babies, because I want to get pregnant soon, you know? And my husband, Emilio, doesn't want me to like have the baby vaginally, because he feels that it's going to change. But then I'm like, I was thinking about it. I was like, if I have a C-section, like I feel like the recovery is longer and stuff like that. I'd rather just pop it out so I can be able to work out faster, you know, sooner. And then
who's to say
we got you?
Who's to say you ain't going to snap back?
Right? I know. I was going to say,
you might be a snapper.
Yeah. And if I'm not, I got Dr. Reed.
There you go.
He'll just fix it all up and make it look like it's
like it had never been there.
Exactly. You know, one last question, Dr. Reed. Okay, and then I'll let you go, because I know you're a very busy man. But okay, so what should we look for in a doctor? Okay, what are some red flags that we should look out for?
So cosmetic gynecology. So you're thinking about, I want to do something to my labia or majora, or any of the procedures we talked about. First thing is find the person you're interested in. Okay. Go look at her website. Now, of this procedure you're looking for, let's say she's doing labia majoroplasty.
Okay.
She should be able to go to the website. There should be information about labia majoroplasty, not just a paragraph. There should be at least a page or a little bit. And there should be some before and afters regarding the procedure.
Yes.
So there's a lot of docs out there say they do this, that, whatever. I do revisions, I do rejuvenation, and then you go to click their before and after, and it's just BBLs.
Yeah.
So that tells you that's your BBL guy, not your vulva guy.
Not your vulva.
So you want to do that. And then if you can find any evidence that they were trained, whether it was trained by me or trained by other doctors, Pelosi, Matlock, any of these
Matlock.
Yeah, you know that name?
I know Matlock.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
David
Matlock.
He actually started all this stuff here in Beverly Hills.
I know him.
Yeah.
I think yes. I think he's the one that did my friends.
Probably.
I believe. Oh my gosh. Sorry. He's
the man. He started it all, and
nice. So. Okay, so yes, it is important for sure. For me personally, I need to see before and after pictures.
Yeah,
that's important to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, you do all this. Okay, so show me the proof. Show me. Yes. So that's.
And then when you get there, I think if you have an idea of what you want, and then tell them what you want. And then if she says, well, you shouldn't do anything around the clitoral hood, that means don't run. That means she doesn't know how to do the surgery. You should be able to work effortlessly in this area around the clitoris without changing sensitivity. So if she tells you, oh, no, you don't want to do anything around here, then she doesn't really know what she's really doing. Right. Okay. Because we do so many surgeries around all of this for functional reasons, like we talked about, lichen sclerosis and GSM and all these other things.
Yes.
It makes it easy for me to modify things and make it more in the way that she would like it. So is she telling you that I don't do that area? You're right. You're not going to do mine. Yes.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Okay.
So ask her about clitoral hood reductions if she does those. That would give you some idea about her skill level. And then when she does the exam, does she have a command of the anatomy? Can she tell you about the different intricacies? Can she tell you where the pitfalls are, the danger spots that will lead to problems?
Yes.
And then can she fix anything if it does happen? Because there's healing difficulties. There's other things that can happen that are outside of the surgeon's ability, of the original surgery, but you still got to be able to modify and fix these things.
And know
how to handle these things.
Well, I would just say go to Dr. Reed, though.
Oh, you can say it one more time.
Go to Dr. Reed. Go to Dr. Reed. Don't even waste your time. Just find him. I was talking about finding you. Do you have an Instagram that you can share with my listeners?
The Instagram is the Cosmetic Gyn. That easy.
I love that. I love that.
That was the part. I got to tell you, I came with that name like 5 years ago. I told my wife, I said, I want to do the Cosmetic. She goes, Are you kidding me? No. And I said, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
And it's been the greatest
I
thing
love it.
since.
I think it's very like, I know who I am. I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So I like it.
Thank you.
So you guys heard it here on Chiquis and Chill, you guys. I want to thank Dr. Reed for his time, for so much information. I feel better about my life and about spreading this information with other people, other women, because it's very important. So Dr. Reed, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Can I say thank you for letting me to get out here and just share the information, right?
Yeah.
If people don't know, then they don't know. So to have a platform as big as yours, to let me come in here and just share a little bit of awareness and let them know what the options are and that we have solutions.
No, we have solutions. Exactly.
And
There's
this is the Queen Bee.
Oh, thank you. The abeja.
Abeja reina. Woo!
That's Dr. Reed. See, there you go. Not only does he make everything look better and function better, he's cool. I really like. I enjoy you. Your energy's nice. And for me, when I'm looking for a doctor, I need a like vibe. If the vibe, as soon as I met you, I was like, okay, this guy's cool. You know exactly what you're doing, and I love that. And I'm excited. I'm excited to go see you for sure.
Love it.
Thank you. It's pump. All right, y'all. We're out. This is Chiquis and Chill. See you on the next one. Woo woo. Bye. This is a production of iHeartRadio and My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcasts and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.